Hello and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. And we were left with this sight, which is pretty horrifying, but here we are. Okay. I had no idea what I was looking at. By the time I realized I was looking at the remains of Nagato Komaeda, the ultimate lucky student, time had already stopped. You know, I could have gone 2 more lines in, but I didn't. Chapter 5, Smile at Hope in the Name of Despair, Deadly Life. Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. The numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Nagato was dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet. Huh? What? What's going on here? Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? I mean, it's Nagato, you know? That's right. It's Nagato. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. I can't believe it. Nagato ended up in such a cruel state. Nagato is dead. Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagato's body like this. Nagato probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing it in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagato couldn't escape that truth. But even something as small as that.
A body has been discovered! Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Don't tell me.
The body discovery announcement. Then, it's for real?
Hey!
The Nagato's really dead?
Damn it!
It's not just that he's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made, does that mean Nagato was killed? Killed.
That's right.
Plus, it's one of us. I mean, that's what it means, right? One of us killed Nagato. One of us killed him so brutally.
Then it's going to start again.
Huh?
The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then
Of course!
Yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagato's killer is.
Hey!
No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave the island, right? Then the time for action is now. So, allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma fire. Hold it right there.
Damn it!
What? Don't get in my way like that. I was just about to whip out the Monokuma file in such a cool way.
Stupid
Shut up!
brother.
I can't stand this anymore.
Got it?
How much longer are you gonna keep putting them through this? No more. I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions.
Hey!
Say something.
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami. You just now noticed?
Lie.
Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? Huh? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. What? No fair. You're shutting up too.
Please wait.
enough already. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagato. Please do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Hey.
Anyway, let's begin.
But
This is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it.
I know. That's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
looks like you guys are way more well-behaved than Monami.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't fuck with me! We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kind of...
Ah, does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
Actually...
Don't worry, the end is near.
Huh?
The end.
What's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? The meaning behind that Monokuma timer. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh?
When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what'll happen to us?
The killing school trip will be over.
Hey,
If this will finally be over,
you serious?
does that mean we can go home?
What are you gonna
Don't
do?
count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again, alright, the Monokuma file. You guys need to find out who Nagato's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterward at all.
Do your
Okay,
best.
ganbarimasu.
Wait!
Hold on. I won't let you escape this time. Wait right there.
What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, it's safe to think that we can go home, right?
But still,
Kazuichi, I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagato's case first.
Damn it.
Even if we can't go home, it'll be the end of us if we screw up here.
all right.
Then let's hurry up and solve Nagato's case so we can all go back home.
However,
It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagato. There's a killer among us. Among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was the true of previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagato. Because his death was so abnormally cruel. No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me. Investigate. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Monokuma file 5. Nagato Kamaeda. The victim is Nagato Kamaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. He's only 5'9". He's shorter than me. He's like... What is 5'9"? Is that like up to here on me? Maybe? Up to there? I didn't expect to be looking down at Nagato. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed.
huh?
Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file?
Huh? Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Yep.
It's definitely weird.
Hmm.
Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation's for.
Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be.
We can discuss it later. Right now's our only chance to investigate. So we should investigate first.
See?
If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss.
Well, I guess you're right. Then, let's start with the area surrounding Nagato's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I can properly investigate Nagato's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagato's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Obtain truth bullet. Monokuma file 5. Okay. The guitar solo in this song is sick. Alright. I guess we'll go from left to right. Well, we should do evidence before we do people. So let's go lighter. It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
An oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
It's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
which means
So, using that, the curtain was set on fire.
Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it?
you are
The
right.
killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting the warehouse on fire.
It caused the fire to destroy evidence. That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set the fire to the crime scene. But... Oil lighter. Alright, these aren't a thing, okay. Fire grenade? Looks like a bunch of plastic bottles. Remnants of plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... those fire grenades that we used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, the evidence really isn't all that strange. Monokuma plushie. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach! Hey.
No response. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding, I'm not dead.
Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at the factory?
If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you.
You're a stuffed animal too.
Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage?
Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like he got stabbed, and going to the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagato's body or something?
What are you
I had
saying?
nothing to do with that.
Huh?
You're so
He's
evil.
probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem more pissed than usual these days, Monami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll find you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy from Monokuma.
Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagato's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Obtained tooth bullet. Okay. Ah, the music is so good right here. I never expected Nagato to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach truth because of him. But everything good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now's not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. Alright, let's start with... Why does it say feet here when I touch his fingertips? Okay, knife. The knife stabbed through Nagato's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife? It must be from the military base. Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife.
Which means, after the killer was finished stabbing Nagato's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
it cannot be.
And then, they finished him off with the spear.
How cruel.
How cruel! Then, does that mean the knife went to the trouble of using two weapons? A knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why'd they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use a spear, huh? Alright. Left hand. There's a cut in his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds. The wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
There's something strange.
Strange? What?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm.
Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it splattered.
Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but
Huh? There's something else that's strange?
when you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well,
here there's also blood, but above the middle joint of each finger.
You're right. Why is it only on this part?
see?
See? It's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win.
Yeah, sure. You win. But it's definitely strange. What'd the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Blood on the left hand. Okay. spear. A spear with the flashy ornament on it is impaled deeply into Nagato's stomach.
There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. Use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear.
Is this your first time looking at this too?
Of course not. This is a spear of gun gear, right?
You definitely just came up with that now.
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from?
I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle.
What? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell!
I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. Well, more importantly, I need to go focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, it looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle? It might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of gun gear. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth was covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagato from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over. It doesn't help it either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to look at him.
Got a minute? Sorry. Excuse me. Sumimasen.
Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagato's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it right back once I'm done with it.
Hey!
Putting the duct tape back on isn't the issue. You ungrateful swine. You gotta get cursed.
The blood on Nagato's face. It looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. Huh, if that's the case.
Man.
It's no use. She's not listening.
Hey.
Hey, how about the blood splattered on his face? There's no blood on the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well,
The duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagato was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape.
Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagato's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it. But just put the duct tape back in his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, this might be some kind of clue. I should remember it. Duct tape. Alright, we've done face, we've done spear. Feet, well these are his legs, but, you know, I guess that can be included. Both of Nagato's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagato? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. Torture?
Huh?
I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagato's body were from the killer torturing him? If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagato confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagato,
Damn it!
refusing to let him die easily. I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Truth bullet obtained. Okay, feet done. That's the legs, the spear. That's the whole cord's done. Left hand, knife, burnt rope. Nagato's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, Why are Nagato's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he's so close to the blaze? Burned rope. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagato's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body's right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find out the killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Alright, Akane, what have you got to say? It mattered for Gundam's killings and for Makan's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter?
So,
The time! Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written on the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? Huh, what were we doing? Well, right now it's
time.
It's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagato died 30 minutes ago. Huh? It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagato's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi for before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem.
Like,
I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When Monokuma Taiban reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen? Huh? What's gonna happen?
that's obviously
This route of school
wrong.
trip's gonna end, right? We can finally go back home. Carefree to the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
What do you mean something?
shut up.
He's making us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it.
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this went smoothly with a countdown. Anyway. Like you said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
You.
And don't bring up strange stuff like that. Hey, baby. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler.
That's one of the sprinklers headset activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
Can you see? See that red streak?
Huh? You're right. I definitely see it. Looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder.
Perhaps.
Is that blood?
Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line.
That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange.
It's definitely strange. I should remember this. Blood on the girder, blood on the dance on the floor. Well, now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagato. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him up with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate the other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Okay, so back out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Monokuma panels. Huh? There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain is in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall. They should have been neatly put away.
Maybe. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess.
Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is...
It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine! With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warning and slowly opened the door of the warehouse. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it! It's a trap! Seriously, just stop, okay? Didn't I tell you to be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest and with a mighty kick the door flew open. Could it be... was that it?
Well? And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels that tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other, in a straight line.
Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line's the only one that's neat and orderly.
So,
Isn't this clearly strange?
Strange, that means we can speculate this was done intentionally. Monokuma panels. MP3 player! It's an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here?
Maybe.
It looks like that weird music player. Weird music was playing from there. It says Hajime saying that, but I just heard him voice line. You know that music that was playing when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was supposed to be Kazuichi. Looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? MP3 player's been added. Okay. What else we got? We got tons of books. There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. Sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. It's not like I'm missing much. Nothing up there to look at. I guess I can do this, right? Yeah, okay. So we haven't spoken to Sonia yet, right? Looks like Sony's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nakoto's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute?
Yes, what is it?
I wanted to talk to you about that fake bomb. When that fake bomb Nagato said in the warehouse exploded.
Huh?
Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right?
It is alright! It is not a bomb!
Why did you know the bombs were a fake?
Well...
That's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you and what were you doing during that time?
oh my.
Oh my.
It cannot
Do
be.
you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus! Shit! You son of a bitch!
Sonia?
I am sorry.
I am terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain it to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored that final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Huh?
Well,
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time.
Does that mean when you heard Nagato planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
that is.
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found.
And because you were searching for them, you were late to when we all gathered?
Please listen.
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagato brought from the military base, which means they were fake bombs.
How did you find out that the bombs at the military base were fake?
Because I attempted to use one of them.
What?
See.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real, and I thought I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Mommy as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagato took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagato blew up the hotel lobby. The bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagato's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well.
If so, then Nagato's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it.
With this, I have explained everything.
do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me.
You're right. I got it. Sony's account has been added. Alright, I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range.
You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about beside the crime scene. The military base that Sony mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spear originally came from, and Nagato's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him.
I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey, you guys! Isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too?
In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree.
see.
I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we all had the same idea.
But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here.
I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece the incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have given up completely.
You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place?
It's okay!
There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagato's killer. Okay, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. My voice is getting kind of tired, so probably very good. We will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.